Hey guys, it's me. I have officially finished uni. Well, not technically, but I've handed in all my assignments. For those of you who don't know, I was studying creative and professional writing. I've learned a lot and was incredibly busy and even more stressed, but it was worth every second. So, I am fully intending to get back into content creation for this channel. However, some things are going to be changing. By that, I mean I intend to shift my content away from the quote-unquote boyfriend audios that I was doing normally. I still want to sometimes make ASMR, but it'll probably be background ASMR of me writing or brainstorming some world-building ideas. I want to steer more towards what The Dark Prince was becoming, which was a full-blown audio drama, as well as some traditional novel and prose writing, which I'll read out in a kind of fireplace story time setting. I want to do this change for a few reasons. One being that I was honestly beginning to feel burdened by the boyfriend audio expectations, and I was struggling to write Dark Prince episodes, for example, because I was basically just feeling like I had to shoehorn romance or kissy-lovey whatever scenes into it. This kind of leads to my second point, which is now that I've spent 3 years learning writing, I want to try to create, quote-unquote, good writing from now on. And shoehorning in romance and kissing, etc., just to get views, isn't good writing. It's preying on tropes and not actually writing of substance. I mean, that's what The Dark Prince began as, but it has definitely moved away from that since. So, expect to see more audio drama style things, as well as just general writing stuff, including advice, techniques. I'm considering even doing reviews of things I've read or watched and examining the writing within. You guys would have to let me know if you're interested in that. But now, for the elephant in the room, I want to talk about The Dark Prince. The Dark Prince is no more. And before you go do something rash, calm down, take a deep breath. It is no more because its name has changed. In my final year of uni, I began adapting The Dark Prince into a novel for my final dissertation, and in the process, I have changed its name. The universe now lies under the title of Shadows of Heaven. And my dissertation was an adaptation of the videos, and so now the videos will share the same name as the novel, which is The Last Ascendant. So, yes, the audios will continue. They will, however, continue with my previous points in mind. I will not be shoehorning in make-out sessions with Samael or some other nonsense just to drive up my views. I want to deliver you a good, queer, romantasy story. Speaking of good stories, I have so many worlds and stories to share with you. Not only do we have Shadows of Heaven, The Last Ascendant, but I've come up with ideas about a whole new genre I call ink punk, and this universe titled The Skin We Wear, which involves a queer romance between a prince and an undercity crime lord that gets entangled in a web of lies, oppression, and rebellion against the throne. I have an idea about a cyberpunk story set in a futuristic Japan called Truth of Sin that sees a group of young vigilantes take on the oppressive clans as their growing disputes threaten innocent lives, all whilst slowly uncovering the truth of the quarantined center spire and the techno horrors that lie within. I have an idea called Bad Omens about a world where the minor arcana of the tarot have rebelled against the major arcana and declared war on the mortal world. We see a man bestowed with the power of the Sun Arcana fending off these attacks with the help of mysterious omens, creatures resembling humans that briefly appear to warn about these attacks just before they happen, and disappear after they are repelled. But one day, an omen appears and doesn't leave. And my biggest joy to write is what I did for my screenwriting assignment. I created a sci-fi comedy Star Trek-like parody called Earth, Space Wind, and Laserfire. It follows the crew of the SSV September as they are sent out to investigate and remedy delicate interplanetary situations and astrological phenomena. It's zany, disco-y, and funky, and just a delight to write. These are but some of the ideas I've had floating around in my head the past 3 years, and I cannot wait to share them with you, and perhaps even get you inspired to do a little writing of your own. Speaking of which, seeing as this channel is becoming more writing focused, I think we need a little rebrand. So, Angels and Bread ASMR is no more. Instead, welcome to Angel Bread Stories. Now, if I can ask you to do me a little favour, spread the word. Tell everyone you can that I'm back, and yes, I'm changing a little, but I'm still me, just older, wiser, and with so much more back pain. And finally, I missed you guys. I hope me no longer trying to be your YouTube boyfriend doesn't turn you away. And maybe instead, you'll let me be a friend. A really, really nerdy friend who can't stop writing about boys kissing and dangerous women because he's really aggressively bisexual. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before this video ends, I'd like to give a huge shout out to the disciples of Jesus Christ who support me over on Patreon. If you'd like to join them, check out the links in the description. But with that done, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.